took the warp engines offline.
How bad is it, Scotty?
That explosion was 42% stronger than the one that struck near the bridge. Our left warp nacelle is crippled, Captain.
I hope it's not a trend. Keep me posted, Mr. Scott. Kirk out.
The doorway to auxiliary control. James Kirk wonders about his friend Spock's safety. Hikaru Sulu has seen more than one attempt by aliens to take control of the ship, and they've always failed.
The way into auxiliary control is open, Captain.
This screen shows the layout on this deck. The door directly ahead of you leads to the auxiliary control. The deck integrity monitor. Nothing on this deck has been damaged, yet. Turbolift monitor. It says that the turbolift is on the auxiliary control deck. The doorway to the turbolift. Pavel Chekhov is a little nervous right now. Angus Walker wonders how they're going to remove the aliens this time.
I could use advice. Suggestions, anyone?
I know, Captain. We miss him too. Well, they say the price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
What does that mean, Sulu? That we should have been more vigilant? How could we, if the sensors said nothing?
Well, maybe if Starfleet sensor designers would be quicker to modify their sensors to react to new phenomena.
You two are as bad as Spock and McCoy.
I'd feel more comfortable, Captain, if we knew what happened to Mr. Spock.
Awaiting orders, Captain.
Kirk to Scott. Come in, Scotty. Kirk to Uhura. Come in, Lieutenant. Kirk to sick bay. Bones, where are you? Computer. Kirk to Scott. Come in, Scotty.
Captain, I got bad news for you. This rift is affecting the hull of the ship. Our hull integrity is dropping fast.
How bad is it, Scotty?
It's at 92% and dropping rapidly. According to our system specs, if it drops below 63%...
Put as much powers as you can to the shields. Use them to support our hull integrity. Divert as much power as you can to the sensors. Let's find out what's causing this. Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to shields and sensors. Put as much powers as you can to the shields. Use them to support our hull integrity.
That will probably only buy us a few minutes, Captain.
Do it, Scotty. Every minute counts. Kirk out. Our highest priority is control of the sensors. We must find Spock.
I'll handle it, Captain. Remember, I was a physicist when I first joined the Enterprise.
Ah! Captain, look!
A strange alien. Mr. Sulu is beginning to worry. James Kirk bears a look of steely determination. Chekhov is very nervous right now. Walker wonders how they're going to remove the aliens this time. This station is identical to the bridge's engineering control, allowing access to damage control systems and emergency power and internal sensors. This station is identical to the bridge's science station, allowing access to external sensors and the library computer. This is the auxiliary control view screen.
We don't have to hurt the alien, unless there's no other way to save the ship.
I've seen a lot of life forms in my time, but I've never seen anything like that.
Actually, I thought it looked like a spike in Devman.
No, the Devman has a much more curved back and much more distinct patterns on its skin.
They could be from the same evolutionary stock.
No, look at the way the second forearm juts from its thorax. They're not at all alike.
I'm sure this is fascinating, but right now, I have other concerns.
You know, I wouldn't want that alien upset with me.
In my opinion, Captain, it's the only way to save Spock and this ship.
But I know how to defend myself. Transporting away is the best defense.
Nasty looking thing.
Captain, what happened?
It appears our alien friend likes its privacy.
The Cossacks have locked the door, Captain.
Standard Starfleet Phaser, set for stun. Standard Starfleet Phaser, set for kill.
Captain, I'm getting a sensor reading on the alien. I'm sure Dr. McCoy will find this data very interesting.
The Cossacks have locked the door, Captain.
This passage leads back to the turbolift. This is the doorway to sickbay. Ensign Angus Walker. Ensign Pavel Chekhov. Captain James T. Kirk. Lieutenant Hikaru Sulu. The sickbay status indicator shows that everything is normal.
Well, Sulu, when the Enterprise is in trouble, who do they turn to save the day?
And guess who doesn't get the glory?
Or the credit?
Yes, let's not forget the credit.
Stop complaining, gentlemen. And I thought McCoy was a major league grouser.
And don't worry, Captain. If we can't get Spock back, I wouldn't be surprised if he got himself out of this mess.
I'd like to think so, but I fear there are limits even to Spock's abilities. Am I mistaken? Or do I get the impression the intruder could do a lot of physical damage if it wanted?
It doesn't need to. The Antares Rift is doing all the physical damage that is necessary.
Sickbay. I hate sickbay. Why do we have to come here?
Well, Jim, I leave you alone for 5 minutes and look at the mess you've made.
Assorted medicines are stacked on shelves behind an enclosure. Assorted medicines are stacked on shelves behind an enclosure. Medical instruments line the wall of sickbay. This device monitors a patient's condition. It is currently inactive. This bed is currently unoccupied. This bed is currently unoccupied. This equipment allows Dr. McCoy to quickly synthesize chemicals and save his patients' lives. Dr. McCoy, who never understood why people get so nervous in sickbay. It's the safest part of the ship. James Kirk, captain of the Enterprise, who never really liked sickbay. Hikaru Sulu, doing his best to remain calm in a difficult situation. Angus Walker, who remembers being in a hospital when he was a child on Earth. Pavel Chekhov, who still has nightmares about the time in sickbay when they conducted close to 50 tests on him, when the others in his landing party were hit by advanced aging and he wasn't.
Hello, Doctor. Nice weather, isn't it?
You're a navigator, not a conversationalist, Ensign.
Yes, I am. And an unappreciated navigator at that.
Don't worry, Doctor. I'm all right. You don't need to treat me.
Then why are you here?
I'm just with the captain. I'm feeling great. You don't have to...
That's fine, Lieutenant.
If we keep having these random explosions, Doctor, I'm afraid your sickbay is going to be overflowing.
I thought you were a helmsman, not the bearer of bad tidings.
I do many things well, Doctor.
Well, Bones, it looks like we have to save Spock in order to save the Enterprise.
That's a tough choice, Jim. Jim, what is going on out there?
Spock is gone, Bones. He was transporting off the bridge, and then he vanished, and then this alien appeared in auxiliary control.
An alien kidnapped Spock? Why?
I don't know. We managed to get a medical scan.
Jim, this says our invaders are Vaurians.
Vaurians, but they're extinct. They died out at the time that Cochrane invented the warp drive. They were slaughtered in the Three Systems War.
Jim, I know my history, but I also know my anatomy. The alien in auxiliary control is a Vaurian. There's only one strange thing.
What's that?
This creature isn't capable of doing some of the things that you described. It's an ordinary Vaurian. No special organs, no unusual brain patterns, Nothing that traditionally suggests superhuman feats.
Can you neutralize it, Bones?
Actually, it's a female. And yes, I know of something that can incapacitate it without harming it. A gas mixture. You'll have to pump large quantities into auxiliary control for it to be effective, but it should work almost immediately. Here's the gas, Jim. Be careful with it. There hasn't been a Vaurian in 150 years.
Vaurian gas engineered to paralyze a Vaurian without killing it.